You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was... I can't remember. Days.
You don't think he got crushed during the bridge collapse?
It was his team running that drop? Sure puts things into perspective.
It's a smorgasbord! I swear I'm gonna accidentally hit someone. Change the settings on this. Ugh. Why is it still... That's so freaking weird. Oh my god. this some kind of glitch? It's some kind of glitch. How do I... Ugh. Finally, thank you. Jesus. That was the craziest thing. Kept on binding my key to do a quick melee and I'm just like ready to smack someone by accident. Guns and ammo. Alright. I got it. It's freaking all over the place with this. There we go. Okay. They really gotta add like mouse smoothing or something like that. Maybe in the next update. Wasn't the update supposed to happen today? Hey, listen, no worries. You know that I am all up for debate and discussion. I'm just... Are you playing this, by the way? You should be playing
I
this.
test every product myself.
Didn't you get it?
Maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show you my lower back rash. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
What kind of build did you go for, man? Did you go, I think I remember you talking about, like a persuasive guy. Leader? Alright. Yeah, I skimped on that, because I didn't, at least for this playthrough, I didn't feel it necessary to, focus on that, because right now my guy, I actually got him to full pistol. Ooh, data pads. Because I'm doing a Doc Holiday build, so I have both guns, both my main and my primary and my secondary are just pistols, and everything that I do is either a lie or a persuasion, or I settle it with guns. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Purple Man. Good stuff, good stuff. How far are you actually right now? Did you get pretty far? Because, I mean, I've been behind on a lot of stuff, and when I do play, I mess around as much as I can. I shall relieve these accoutrements. I calculate that's it for this town. Whoop. Yeesh. Oh man, I really wish that they focused a little bit more on sneaking though, because you don't even have to raise your sneaking up pretty high. You could just go and ransack everything. I guess it's honestly not that bad. I guess it's really for people that want to pickpocket. You got Division 2? Yo, let me know if you're gonna go on at some point. I have to go back to it. Cause, yeah, there was this period where people were just dissatisfied with all the, updates and stuff like that, and I think they finally got to a point where things are good, and the way that they had initially intended them to be. So I got a bunch of friends that are still playing that.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind.
Well, I mean, take your time. You've got other games that you want to play. I liked it a lot. If you thought Division 1 was pretty good, but had some problems, I guess, with the way combat is, the second one is definitely less sticky and smoother. It's not necessarily easier, though, but what I love about it is they approached it with, by kind of doing away with the bullet sponginess of how they had it before. Sticky, like, you know, when you go into cover and then, you know, you get stuck and then you, like, kind of like Gears of War. Gears of War is a very sticky kind of combat system. I'm not fully a fan of that, and I liked that they made it smoother. I'm trying to think of like a good analogy, or for like another game type. I don't know if you played Ghost Recon. It's kind of like that. Yeah, no, Gears of War was good. Like I said, it was fun, but it did feel kind of sticky. It was actually more, if you really think about it, Gears of War was kind of like a platformer in a way. You jump from cover to cover, and you deal with enemies. But with games like The Division, or I guess more the way they design it, you have to be a lot more responsive to situations, especially with the way they have it. Like, what I loved about The Division 2 is that you actually don't even have to be in cover a lot. It's useful, but for the kinds of builds that you can have, like, you know, with a tank, or if you're going with like this one of the newer things, the gunner, you have all these things that you build you up, and you know you can withstand being outside for more than a couple seconds. But yeah, Division 2, they focus a little bit more on bringing tactical combat to a smoother point, I guess. Oh, and the co-op is so fun. I play with Carrie and a couple of our other friends. It's right now you can only do 4 at a time, but there's raids where you can do up to 8 players, and depending on you join a guild, like right now our guild kind of fell apart because we all kind of went this way and that with other games, but we're all planning to join back up. So if you do join up and you need a guild, or you find one and you think it's really good, we'll link up.
Stupidity.
Hey, who's she calling stupid?
So,
Oh
what
my
kind
God,
of insurance
Felix!
package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
Yeah, I'm a Borderlands fan. I don't have 3 right now because I'm playing this right now, and then afterwards I was gonna try and hop back on a Division 2. And I'm still playing Breath of the Wild because that game is just way too good. I'll get to it though eventually in the future. Borderlands 2 was one of my favorites. But I did have that for, I think it was Xbox, and I played that with my brother.
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium.
Well, if you say so.
Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
Oh.
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages.
Unusually expressive eyebrows. Who gets their eyebrows insured?
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares.
Oh god, I love the humor of this game. Disastrous marriages.
Those are mostly for top rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts.
Ooh.
There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Oh my god. Outrageous statements. Who would get an outrageous statement insured?
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
That's all I needed
One
to know.
thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Oh yeah, dude, I absolutely loved Fallout 1 and 2. I remember, what was it, I think Fallout 2, where you can become a porn star? And then it would affect even like, it was like the widest affinity bonus you could get in the game. Because everyone from regular people to thugs and the enemies. Woo. Yoink! Call us the Sticky Bandits. Thank you, Sublight. No, I'm kind of not into games like that, or at least the vampire games. I have friends that are. It's not for me. I'm not too much into stuff like that. Besides, I'm all werewolf themed. I'm a dirty dog till the day I die. No, man. Werewolves over vampires any day. Insurance office key. Let me pick this one up. Well, is it gonna be worth it? And honestly, we may as well, because I haven't been using my mag picks for anything else. Oh! Hello. Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna get capped. Oh, I guess we are getting capped. Well, I guess there's no other option but to kill the whole town. I like to just keep playing them out. Oh, what a miss. I like this more for the purposes that I am using it for. Because VATS I thought was a little clumsy sometimes, but it worked well for that game. Like, this works for this because of, you know, what the focus is. Honestly, it works really well too with melee from what I've heard. Get up. Oh, whoops. That's not Nyoka. Felix, wake up.
preventing action.
Hello. Oh, no one wants to talk to me now.
Heads up, boss!
Hey man, talk about it all you want. I mean, you know my stance on it, so. And yes, I watched the streams. It does look like they did a pretty good job translating it to real time. I really enjoy this though. Honestly, it could still use a lot more work. Like if they did the physics engine for Apex Legends, oh, that is so fun and good to play, and it's just designed so well. And then they include this, the TTD into that. That would have been like the perfect marriage. Woo! Ow, what a bad shot. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I like to even play it without using the TTD, but it's so fun now that I got the Grim Reaper sprint, which is like seriously like how it was in Fallout 3 and 4. Grim Reaper sprint. Alright, that's on you. Right now, they're doing right by Apex, and I have seen 0. The heck is it? Scandal going on right now with that, and if there is, then so be it. But right now, it's not on the frequency as Fallout 76 is getting right now. Do you actually stream Fallout 76? I tried Overwatch. I did not really kind of fall into it. Not a fan of that. I think the reason why I love Apex so much is the way they treated the character system like their own characters. It's like essentially like, even though I'm not a fan either of League of Legends, but I appreciate what they did. It's like a first-person shooter version of that. So each character's got their own unique feel. Really fun to play, especially when you have a good team on you and they everyone knows how to combo their characters. It's so cool. Any other sublight morons want to take me on? No. I still can't do Overwatch. I tried it. It's just, it doesn't feel as good and polished, and that's all thanks to Respawn Entertainment's movement engine. Easily the greatest. I've played so many other battle royales and none of them ever stuck. I've played so many other FPSs and none of them feel as good and play as smooth and good as Apex. Or I mean, well, pretty much anything that Respawn did with their engine. Well, you want to talk about splitting hairs there, boss? Overwatch is under what company? You know where I'm going with this. Yeah, that hollow-ass apology that Blizzard made at BlizzCon was so terrible. Oh my god, it was like the emptiest and meaningless apology ever. They didn't even mention what they were gonna do, and what was it, the post-con talking points and interviews? BS, man. BS. You want to talk about evil? That's the way more pressing thing than anything else, because that's immediate, and that immediately affects human rights. Okay, now that I'm back here, what triggered, and how come that robot didn't attack me at first. And honestly, was even there anything in there? That's what I should have done before I reloaded. See if this was worth trying to sneak into.
Unexpected. Lockpicking is illegal.
Oh! How did you even see that? Sorry.
What do you think you're doing?
Does it change? I'm gonna bribe a robot. Oh, nothing at all.
This butcher is entirely lawful.
See, if you get away with a lie, though, why does your reputation go down? Because that's a problem. You're gonna keep bringing that up because we're still talking about it.
Yes. Knock, knock.
No, are you kidding me? I've talked about how good the game can look and be. It's just not interesting to me. But then we're talking about the larger issue. That's what I was talking about. The larger issue here is that, well, I mean, look at how it's being handled right now. Most recent piece of news. Players getting banned for pointing out bugs, you know. Your own fan base is trying to help out and they're getting punished. If that gets reversed tomorrow, then okay, but the point is, like, that's in the news already. And you talk about, like, it's piling on, but the fact is there's stuff to pile on. That's the point. There is stuff that is piling on. So it's not like we are just actively finding and pulling things to pile onto it. Yeah, maybe one guy's gonna keep on making jokes and saying, oh, this is like Christmas gifts here right now because we're getting so much entertainment of it, but the fact of the matter is, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, and here there is, like, they're basically scooping ashes. So you can't tell me that it doesn't exist and that they're looking for it. It's, you don't have to look for it. All the news you need is right there. You know, it sucks for the people that worked hard on that game. I get it, but domicile key. Oh, yo, do you get to have your own house? I think you get to have your own house here.
It most certainly does not.
Ooh.
I saw this one episode of Terror on Monarch. Halsey and Helen went down that waterfall in a barrel.
Okay there, Felix, you wide-eyed klutz.
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up.
Oh, here we
You were
go.
close.
Companion
Then
quest.
one day, they up and vanished. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. What's going through your head?
I don't know, do I treat him as an annoyance? Let's be wry. Shock and disbelief, son, seeing how most of my friends are still on Earth.
Right, forgot about that. Though, shock and disbelief's a good way to put it. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine.
Didn't
Honestly,
we actually run into
he
the
was probably
Clyde?
my first and longest friend. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent.
Yeah, because I don't want to end up leaving you hanging
Clyde's
on
waiting
that.
for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin to imagine. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Thank me later, boy. Locked. Ooh. Still nothing new. Yo, the mod kits are so underwhelming. Please let there be more. And or actually, I can't wait till the mods start coming out for this game, where we get more. Hack. I know. I ain't no hacker in this game. Playthrough, I mean. Okay, enough digging around. Let's get on with the getting on.
My dry goods come 75. No rubbernecking.
I ain't rubbernecking, fool. Yo, why is everything locked? Sneak, heavy stealth. You know what this game could use? Pins for the map. Drop a pin so you can come back to something. Oh, hello. Did not see
I
you.
offer high quality and low prices. Pick one for your purchase. If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
So who's the top dog in these parts? I'm your Daisy.
Town Sublight owned and run. Caters to
I'm
a
your
variety of
Huckleberry.
clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Prove bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought.
Allow me to browse your wares, ma'am. Oh, wow. I'm still waiting for the Mark II version of the Vermin. Extended side, gyro side, front times barrel. Nothing that I need. The Ultra. We ain't ever gonna see one. Oh yeah, no, I'm glad that I gave them my money, and I'm hoping to God that we get DLC and or a sequel, rather soon. Eesh, almost stuck. Okay, what was that I was looking for? Star-Crossed Troopers. Here we go. Oh, Catherine. Oh. I'm sticking with PC for now. I don't got the money for that, and I just got a Switch. I bought myself a Switch so I can play Breath of the Wild. So whatever games that come out. Oh, and I also just updated my PC. I got a new motherboard and everything, so I invested. So this can handle anything for the next 3 years, unless we start switching over to glass. Whatever new form of data storage is gonna be. I don't know, did you see that, by the way? The news for that? That's so freaking cool. Oh, wait, no. Oh! Hack, dodge, sneak, stealth. Ah. Dude, I'm still looking for corrosive ammo. I have not found it yet. I think I had it too at one point, and then I freaking slotted it into a gun, and then didn't realize that when you reslotted it, you lost it. so mad at that. In terms of the news, for what it, they found a way to create like a storage thing with a glass to store data in glass. So they would like use a laser to etch into the different volumes. So it's like a data cube, and it holds like, well, I don't know if it's like super big yet, like the amount of data they can store, because they're still obviously working out the kinks. But the fact is, like, it's a thing that's pretty much indestructible. It's not susceptible to magnetism or anything like that. So this means it's essentially, I mean, the only way that you can destroy this data is by destroying the glass itself, and it's already pretty resilient. People think glass is fragile. It's not. You can literally make it like, plexiglass. It's like really tough. You have to go really out of your way to break it. But the whole thing is, it's a new form of storing data. And I think that's a massive, massive jump. Especially if you think about it too, right? Because, I mean, one of the most important things that we've done was what? The written word? That's storing data. We figured out how to put pen to paper. Essentially, this is the same thing. So it's all the same. Storing our history.
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook.
My
Only
dear,
nugget of
I did no
paradise
such
in this
thing.
entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
I could listen to her talk for hours.
Uh-oh.
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Yeah, you're real friendly. I can use charm for this. Oh. If by nugget of paradise you mean piece of mantydome, then sure.
I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well,
my bad, by the way,
half
if I'm
listening.
playing ahead. I don't know if any of this is going to be spoiling anything for you, but then again, there's so many ways you can go about playing this game. Sunja said you know something about a corporation operating in Sacred here on Monarch.
Might be I know something about it. Might be
Might
someone
be.
hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the northern bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
Might be that I know a lie when I hear one, and unfortunately my lie is not up to speed. Video card is really good. It's GeForce 1070. Does a job, but the motherboard is all up to date. I've got I forgot how many. Shit, what are my specs? See, I'm terrible. I'm like a Luddite, really, when it comes to this. What are my specs? Computer. Six gigs of RAM. That's good. Nice. Haven't gotten too far into VR just yet. Been meaning to check it out. I mean, from what I've seen and played before, yeah, it's already impressive.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
I'd like
I
a
take
room.
it you don't have a reservation. No matter. I keep a suite of VIP rooms for visitors of your, let's call it a certain means. The VIP rooms charge by the night. But for you, I'll make it a one-time fee. Got a feeling you'll make me a fine investment.
342. Consider it sold.
Marvelous. Do take care of the place. Maid service won't clean after a murder.
Now I don't expect them to do. Oh, I guess I could try. Yeah. Wish you could gamble too. Really wish that all these games are playable. That one's interesting. Let's see. What is that?
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sofa, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
She's about as welcoming as a wrench to the face. And half as tender.
You seen Arthur?
Aren't there
today?
few good games that shoot, what was one of them? The one with like the mouse? Everyone was raving about how good that was. I believe it. Oh, and here's the bar. I totally missed it.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here?
I'm a daisy.
On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order?
What do you mean by mouse? Like what I use, or if I'm using a mouse? Because yes, I am using a mouse and keyboard. Got any glacial aged whiskey?
No, I don't have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't pick. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk off.
Alright, bud. You said full bars upstairs. Let's go upstairs. Nope. Renata. New Vegas was revolutionary. It's Spacer's choice! Wow, now that's a look.
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind. So, what's your story?
Glacial Age. Woo-wee. It's like you misunderstand me, madam. I intend to sell. Yep, okay. Sometimes, yeah, I do try to roleplay as much as I can with this game. I will buy stuff.
Catherine Malin could sour milk just by glaring at it.
She's fine. Well,
I was doing the drinking thing,
then she's
but I
liable to
figured
drown in
honestly,
water.
since I don't like how they handle the effects of drunkenness here, I just do it in real life instead. Way more fun!
So that puddle I stepped in
Woo!
wasn't beer.
I've been actually wondering too whether or not when people stream using like OBS or something like that, if they actually stream using that screen instead of the normal one. Butternut Lager? Actually, where do you go? I know there's like a couple places around. New breweries. You know how they work around the New Jersey law. Opening, they don't have to bother with a liquor license.
Hey, Nyoka. I got some questions I've been meaning to ask you about being a hunter and all.
I've heard of that.
Felix, are you reading off your hand again?
So, first question. Before you kill your prey, you ever say any snappy one-liners?
Snappy one-liners? Give me an example.
Like, nothing personal, or maybe, you messed with the wrong hunter.
Animals can't understand language, Felix. Besides, it's always personal. I don't kill them, they'll kill me. It ain't exactly a wholesome business arrangement we've got going on.
Shh, you two. We got company.
Staying out of sight.
Leroy! Jenkins! That guy just blended right in. Oh, is that it?
Don't mess with the best.
Oh god, Grim Reaper Sprint, baby. What the heck do they call it in this game? Skills. Oh no, it's the perks. Yeah, I thought they just call it the Reaper. They didn't even bother changing the name. Sorry, buddy. You just happen to be the wrong place, the wrong time. Well, more like in the wrong possession, wrong profession. Oh, there's that blown bridge. Ah, so that's what that was there for. That's why they have it as a map point. Look at that.
Got a few more questions for you. They're real simple.
Oh my god, Felix.
All right.
You ever lured out your prey by mimicking the cry of a mantisaur?
No, Monarch prey ain't that smart. You can lure them to you by firing blindly into the air.
Is it true that raptidons can't see you if you stand perfectly still?
What, like in Jurassic Park?
Next time we run into one, I want to see you practicing.
You ever fired off 2 guns at the same time?
Once backflipped while doing it too. That sprat never saw it coming.
Did you ever fire a gun into the air whilst saying "Aww"? Is this new? Assault Rifle Ultra? Oh no, I think we've had that one before, right? Yeah, we've had it before. Break you down. And don't need this either. Or this. Or this. Yeesh. Strangely dressed marauder. Sublight thug. I think I've already picked this place clean. Leads away from the autoloader. Oh, great. Felix. I think you should get... I'm gonna trade you in. Quickly to the unreliable. Oh my god, I totally lost track at the time.
Captain, Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
Arguing or having a debate about their cereals? Or tossball.
Young Millstone, you look pensive.
I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking. It ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers.
I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories.
We're talking
Their
sports.
defeats are likewise crushing.
Serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand.
This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan.
That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you.
To be a fan is to cultivate a mental disorder. You're living vicariously through a tossball team.
Nah,
Way to
nah,
put it
it's my
lightly
first
there,
time. You're a
Max.
gift, Max.
Tough to say, because it does play differently, but it draws a lot of parallels. I would rate this, in comparison to Mass Effect, probably slightly under, because as great as it is, there is more that I wish that it could have done. And I understand that being the first and the kitchen sink, well, not necessarily the kitchen sink, but what they were able to do in that amount of time and the budget they had, it's like I am willing to let a few things slide and totally understand why. Mass Effect 2 is easily one of my most favorite RPGs out there, and 3, I mean, we all know the history with 3, but I loved 3 all the way up until the end. And they try to make right. The extended version of the ending wasn't as good as people were hoping either. It was still better. And the DLC, actually, I never played. I always want to play it. Yeah, well, no, not as sticky. 2 was sticky. 2 was very sticky. Stickier than Gears of War 3, I think, was at that point. But Mass Effect 3, I didn't mind it so much because they still treated it kind of like a platformer as well. And I also won't ever forget the fun that I had playing the online multiplayer with some friends. Like their version of Horde mode. Oh, what was I doing? I should sell that stuff. I know, I've been selling everything under the sun, so I've got a lot of money now. What I don't have are parts to repair. So, don't need this. Oh, it's a flamethrower. Don't need that. Don't need that. I already have this. Level 10. Oh, that's right. I got an upgraded version of that. I should get that all set. Oh, well, it depends on how you played Mass Effect 2, because that's when the Vanguard became a legit thing, and you don't have to be in cover to be a Vanguard. In fact, that's what I loved about 2 and 3. It's like they really honed in on playstyles. Like, if you're going to be a soldier, then you, by all means, use the cover. But, I mean, 2 stumbled a little bit with when you're on the collector base, or the collector ship, and you had to fight those things on those platforms. That was like easily the most challenging level, I guess, is that what you would call it, of that game. The most challenging battle was when you fought those, and if you were anything but a soldier class, it was difficult. I remember a lot of people were giving them, guff for that, because if you were, say, a Vanguard, and just the minute you went into the open, because you were being attacked from all sides, and your HP or armor just wasn't really up to snuff. Yeah, soldiers definitely had a lot easier time dealing with that. But I mean, that was fun. I loved playing that. The music during that scene with the drums all pounding and everything like that. Easily one of my most favorite battle scenes. And then with 3, they even went further with that. What are they doing? Oh yeah, repair. I gotta repair. And oh no, she already has a hooked up one. Oh, not yet. This is more hooked up. Cause I'm taking Ellie with me. Level 18. I think I'm gonna give you... Which pistol should I give her? N-Ray? Let's give her N-Ray. No, 3 gets a bad rap because of the ending, but really the whole game itself is really good. It's just so disappointing. All that hard work you put into 1 and 2. And there's so much that they could have done. I forgot what somebody said, like an easy way around all that was to show the effects of all your choices in the battle that led up to it. And even if they had to, what was it, go down the same route that they did where you only had the 2 choices, and either way Shepard was gonna die. It's like, come on, you spent all that time. There has to be a way around all that. This is Shepard we're talking about. Hell, they could have even... I mean, they did it with the remastered ending or whatever, where they gave you the cards that showed what happened, like Fallout style. Repair. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you really want to think about it, that's where it all started. That's how everyone knew to start doing it that way instead. It's like, as players, right, you invest in this character that you make. And why not reward them for doing everything in the game? If you got like 100%, get everyone on your side in Mass Effect 3, and you managed to make all these decisions spanning all the way from Mass Effect 1, there has to be a way for you to make it through that alive. As, like, you know, the utmost, you know, you did it. This is what you get for getting 100%, you survive. And the fact that they didn't include that, super disappointing. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try and play this like Apex Legends. Parkour, parkour! Oh, I actually pulled it off that. Whoa! Ah! Nope, not that time. Alright. Let's see here. Where were we? Bridge. There's the bridge. Shoot, it's like almost 1. I think after I get to the tunnel, I know where this is gonna lead. Oh. I wonder what happens if I send them over that way. Just to be a dick.
No can do, Captain. Sorry, Captain, I can't.
Can't do that.
I can't do that. Making tracks.
Alright, man. Take care. Have a good night.
Be right there.
Could have been worse. Hey, what are you
Coming,
doing? Get
Captain.
over here.
Sure.
Aw, hello there, Sprats. With the dialogue skills.
On my way.
Jump, jump. Down. Leave no stone unturned.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway?
I've got moves.
Just remember, I still got bullets, in case you get any funny ideas. What are you doing out here anyway?
Yeah, I'm a doctor. I might as well, right? Appeals to the better nature of the dark. Let me take a look at your wounds.
That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago.
Catherine told me some of her couriers had gone missing out here.
Nice to know she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret.
Yeah, well, looks like that turned out well.
Yeah. I guess the Marauders noticed because they were waiting for us. Blew the bridge and took off with the goods. Cave like this makes a handy place to store goods or hide out for a spell. And the traps usually keep gawkers out.
Oh, well,
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you've got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook, just as soon as I've caught my breath.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm like robbing this guy blind, right in front of him.
Don't wait on me. I'll head back to Fallbrook myself.
Sure you will. Sure you will, buddy. I've been here before. Whoa.
really uncomfortable.
mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
Must be to see that again.
Oh. Ah, that's so annoying. I don't even know if they're savable.
You make him regret it.
Let's find out if they are savable.
Please, you don't have to do this. Just let us down from here. Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
Yeah, no, I'm calling it quits for the night. I'll figure out maybe those guys are savable. Probably not. Twisted sense of humor.